standard team throughout the entire winner's bracket run for him. He's basically stuck with the same 4 Pokemon: the Amoonguss, the Heatran, the Porygon 2, and the
Salamence.
Salamence.
I believe he has a Tyranitar too.
He does have a Tyranitar. He did use the Tyranitar for 1 game this year. Or not this year, wow. This tournament.
Like,
this
wow.
tournament.
So someone really like countered his team. But yes, Tyranitar is solid support for
Yeah, this is winners finals.
a lot of Pokemon. Amoonguss usually runs Rocky Helmet, so a lot of chip damage through Sandstorm.
Oh man, League of Legends World Championship just ended, and SKT T1 has become the first ever team to win 2 World Championships.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was able to watch a little bit of Game 2 here earlier this morning. I believe the World Finals start at like 7:30 or 8 a.m.
I legit know nothing about League. I look at a game of League and I'm like, there's people walking around. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it's an interesting game for sure. But yeah, I just hopped on Twitter and that was one of the first things I saw. So that's awesome. I was pulling for SKT to do.
That's
do
right.
it.
Okay, Jedi has a Rotom Heat, which is, while a lot of the time outshined by its counterpart Rotom Wash, I think Rotom Heat is a much more effective Pokemon in doubles.
Okay.
And Greninja, which is something you hardly ever see in doubles,
No,
to my knowledge.
Greninja is mainly used in Smogon for singles, but isn't he currently banned over in Smogon?
He's Uber, so you can
He's
use
Uber.
him in Ubers. But I don't play Ubers a whole ton. I don't know how he really stands up to the likes of Primal Groudon.
At least it's
stuff
not
like
the
that.
anything goes tier.
Yeah. No, there's only one Pokemon that's strong enough for that.
Mega Ray.
Mega Rayquaza.
All right, but let's get into this. We got a lead with Wobbuffet and Greninja. And what's nice about Wobbuffet, especially in teams, is Shadow Tag.
Yep. Yes, Shadow Tag really plagued JediSonic's most recent opponent. Wobbuffet really key to his victory. And we saw that there was one point where JediSonic was in a situation where his Wobbuffet really couldn't do anything unless he resorted to counter or Mirror Coat, and he was able to predict correctly. His opponent had a special attacker and a physical attacker.
Yep.
Didn't know which one was going to attack the Wobbuffet, guessed it right, and ended up winning the game for it.
Yep, and we saw there Greninja using that Protean ability, using Scald, ends up getting a critical hit plus burn onto Porygon 2. So Porygon 2 is now stuck with a lowered attack stat.
Yep.
But thankfully, Andykinz is Porygon 2. It's been mainly a special attacker.
Okay. Andykinz opting for Encore onto Mega Salamence. This is interesting. I would be terrified because Mega Salamence can't switch out and it's locked into Double Edge. So it's pretty much forced to just hit you as hard as it possibly can.
While hurting itself, but we take those. And Terrakion comes out. Now,
Yep.
Terrakion is a rock fighting or a ground fighting?
It is rock fighting.
Rock fighting. So that Ice Beam by Porygon 2 is going to do some damage on it.
It's neutral.
It'll do neutral damage?
Yes.
Is that?
No, he has a Focus Sash on his Terrakion. So now we may see Stone Edge here. Of course, it could always miss, but it doesn't, and I'm sure we're seeing it onto that Salamence. Yep.
Yep, and Salamence goes down. But what is it? What the Duck? He could end that Terrakion's life right now, and he does with a hidden power. And we're almost. I want to double check with Andykinz, but I'm almost positive it's a hidden power grass.
Is it? That's one of the more common hidden powers. Usually, if you see a hidden power, it's going to be either ice or grass. Otherwise, everything else runs hidden power dark because that's the optimal IV spread.
Okay.
Unless you have something like, I guess technically the optimal IV spread is, for some Pokemon, it's like you do 0 attack IVs if you're not a physical attacker because of, what is it? I forget, the name escapes me, but there is a move that uses your opponent's attack instead of your own.
I did not know
Attack
that.
them. It's a move Umbreon commonly runs. I can't.
Foul play?
Foul play. That's right. So.
Oh, because you know why? That's what was used in the old Klefki builds.
Yep.
With,
Klefki.
with Swagger. Swagger foul play.
Gosh. Yep, and
Good-
Liepard too.
Good days.
Klefki, Liepard. Umbreon still loves to run it. It's very good for walls because they can just hit so hard with that move. And so a lot of Pokemon that are not physical attackers like to run zero attack IVs just to make sure foul play does the absolute minimum.
Okay, well that just did.
That was super effective, so that might be... Oh, I just remembered there is a third hidden power that's common, and that's fire. Hidden power fire.
But why would a fire? Why fire was us? That was super effective on.
Mega Mawile steel type. Fairy steel.
Yeah, no, I know what the typing is, but we saw it do super effective damage to a Terrakion.
Is it ground?
It might be ground.
I think it has to be ground. Hidden power ground. Hidden power ground. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but it's working out. So, gonna see a Rage Powder from Amoonguss here, keeping Porygon 2 alive. Sucker Punch, not at all what JediSonic wanted to see here from Andykinz. Now Andykinz at a huge advantage. Wobbuffet is going to hang in a couple more turns because of that Citrus Berry. I love Mega Mawile. The camera zooms in on it and it's like, you ready? You ready for what I'm about to hit you with? Alright, so once again, Rage Powder. Amoonguss forcing Mawile to attack it, though Mawile is not even going to have the chance. The Hidden Power ground, question mark, is going to take it out. And now, JediSonic down to only Wobbuffet, which is going to die in, I believe, 2 more turns of poison, so I don't think this is even possible. Even if he were to somehow OHKO with Counter and Mirror Code, I think it would just fate in 2 turns of poison, so this is looking bad. Looking bad for sure. Rage Powder. And recover. He's going to stall it out. That's respectable. No need to attack it. It's always good, even though I think the game is pretty much in the bag for Andy no matter what, it's always good to just have the mentality of winning by as much as you possibly can. Maintaining that mentality throughout a bracket is very important. You don't ever want to play around with your opponent. Pokemon is a great game to goof off in and do like weird things and run weird Pokemon, but bracket is not the place for that. Going into game 2, JediSonic probably going to have to make some adjustments. Turn 1 did not work out for him at all, as Greninja took an immediate hit. Though it did take its toll on Porygon 2, burning it, which was pretty important. It just was not worth it in the end. So I'm interested to see what we see from Andy this time.
Original Smashers, I need to start preparing for a tournament. That means this row of these right here. This means everybody off there right now. Everybody off this row.
Going into game
right
2.
now.
What?
Everybody off these rows
Yes.
right now. Those over there. Everybody off of them. Alright.
Rotom and Greninja lead, so we're actually going to see Greninja coming out again. That's kind of a risky play, but it looks like it was a solid one because Andy was not expecting the Greninja to come out again. I don't think anybody was expecting the Greninja to come out again after how it performed at the beginning of turn 1, but these leads are much less threatening to Greninja than the Salamence was for sure, though Azumarill can definitely still take it out in one hit. Azumarill and Greninja are both such scary Pokemon. They're both so powerful. All right. Gonna see a Rage Powder right off the bat, so Azumarill's not gonna be able to take any damage, and that's probably discouraging. But Lonnie or Jedi Sonic reads it. Misses the overheat, though, not going to take out the Amoonguss. He definitely read the Rage Powder because he went for 2 super effective moves onto Amoonguss. I apologize if I've been referring to Jedi Sonic as Lonnie. I feel like I've done that a couple times this set, but so sometimes when you're commentating, man, names just all mesh together, go from one set to the next. Aqua Jet onto Rotom, gonna take it out in one hit. Belly Drum Azumarill is extremely powerful. Such a scary Pokemon for sure. Extra sensory, but no Rage Powder this time. Instead, we see a Protect, which was a solid play because even if Greninja did go for Azumarill, there isn't a whole ton it can do to it. Grass Knot might do half, based on what I saw previously. Did about a quarter with a light screen, so. Now we're going to see Dragonite. Again, just Jedi Sonic's whole team very threatened by this Belly Drum Azumarill. Aqua Jet going to take out Greninja this time. Dragonite opting for Dragon Dance. Smart, because with Multiscale, there's no way Dragonite's falling to an Aqua Jet. So if the Azumarill goes for a Play Rough, it's going to have to take a Dragon Dance boosted hit to do it. However, Dragonite has been put to sleep, and now we have Terrakion. So, in retrospect, Jedi Sonic's, all his Pokemon, kind of, unfortunately weak to Azumarill. It's just been plaguing him. Another Rage Powder, protecting Azumarill completely. This is not good. Oh, okay. I like this, Earthquake. This was probably his best play just because it can do damage to Azumarill. Fortunately, lands that crit. The Play Rough going to take out Dragonite even with Multiscale. Belly Drum, so insanely powerful. And now it's all up to Terrakion to take out 4 Pokemon by itself. It's not looking good for Jedi Sonic here. Oh, okay, I like this. He switches in the Ments to get the Intimidate, which means if Azumarill gets hit first, which it's not going to because of Aqua Jet. Oh, but he has a Focus Sash. Okay. Andy was aware of that. Switched in the Salamence just to get the Intimidate off to make sure he didn't get a crit with Earthquake and KO the Azumarill or get a Stone Edge or something like that. Very, very solid play. Like I said, just making sure, even though he's ahead, even though it's very difficult for him to lose this, he's just making sure there's absolutely no possibility of him losing. That's the mentality you need to have in a tournament. And Jedi Sonic is going to fall to Andy 4-0 in Game 2. Very dominant win. Andykinz will be moving on to Grand Finals.